Hello, everyone. It's Charlton. Elon Musk is on the Joe Rogan show, and he's smoking weed and talking about many different things. I thought the most interesting was about him talking about simulation, us being in simulation. I've seen him address this question before, where he was speaking to a fairly large audience, and somebody asked him about this: Are we in a simulation, or is this all real? It's all fake. And he gives a more better logical, more specific answer to this question. Actually, when he was answering the question previously at wherever he was speaking, I didn't really understand his answer, and I kind of understand it better now. But it's still extremely, it just goes round and round in my head, and kind of just makes smoke come out of my ears. But here he is hanging out with Joe Rogan, smoking weed, and then we'll take a look at the other simulation thing real quick. Hello.
How does that work?
Come on,
people
dude.
Get upset at you if you do certain things? There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is. The combination of tobacco and marijuana is wonderful. First turned onto it by Charlie Murphy, and then reignited by Dave Chappelle. There you go.
Plus whiskey. Haha, exactly.
Perfect. Balances it out.
8.8 billion years old.
This is about the simulation.
Civilization, if you count it, if you're very generous, civilization is maybe 7 or 8,000 years old. If you count it from the first writing, this is nothing. This is nothing. So, if you assume any rate of improvement at all, then games will be indistinguishable from reality. Or civilization will end. One of those two things will occur. Therefore, we are most likely in a simulation.
Or we're on our way to one, right? Well, just because we exist, we could most certainly be on the road. We could be on the road to that, right? It doesn't mean that it has to have already happened. We could be in base reality.
We could be in base reality.
We could be here now.
All right, so it's really hard to, I guess the games being indistinguishable from reality happens before civilization ended, so therefore we're in a simulation. But why would civilization have to have ended? Or why would games being indistinguishable from reality have to happen after civilization would have ended already? And I don't have the answer to that, but it's an interesting, and he kind of explained it better here when he was answering the questions wherever he was speaking before. He didn't even get into that, so at least now I know where he was thinking. But also that sort of assumes that you're using reality, that the simulation is using reality, if there is a reality, to base itself on. It's very confusing. I confuse myself. I'm gonna have to think about it some more. But it's interesting. I like Elon Musk a lot. I will say though, there's this kind of, in this format, it's a little bit of a sort of behind the curtain moment, a Wizard of Oz moment for me, a little bit. Because I think this was about selling cars. A lot of his stuff, he uses media just like Trump, and that all media coverage is good, and that's why a lot of it, even though it's negative in many people's eyes to him, it's just exposure, and media coverage is money. So, yeah, this is just a little different than I was used to, And you can only go to the well so many times before whatever. All right, that's the end of this video. That simulation thing, it just makes my head explode. But it's interesting, very interesting. I'll think about it more. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.